conversation, never on the blocks.
Meet me by the bar.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Meet me by the bar.
Straight up, no chasing.
Open bar podcast.
Straight up, no chasing.
Welcome to Open Bar Podcast, where the conversation never on the rocks, but it's straight up no chaser. I'm your boy C4, and today we got our special guest, not even our special guest, our resident bartender.
Hi, you guys. Everybody's favorite bartender. You already know who I am. Champagne.
Today we have two of our, I don't want to call them partners, spouses or partners. I don't look at everybody as
Family.
it's family. Yeah. So we got Dore Vodka. Mike. Nick. I knew that. I was just taking my time. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Mike Sarkisian, one of the founders of Dore, along with
Nick Minukin, the other founder for Dore. And excited to be here at with these wonderful individuals, and we got a beautiful time.
Yeah.
We're gonna have an amazing time. We're gonna talk about some great things, and it's home away from home. So
That's how we do
thank
it.
you for having us.
No, I appreciate y'all
Appreciate
for coming.
that.
You coming
Yeah.
from way from
Vegas.
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 Las Vegas.
That's so
Or
dry.
Lost Wages.
Las Vegas.
Well, y'all
Somebody-
already know this episode sponsored by Dore.
Yeah.
Thank y'all. I really
Appreciate
love the
you. Thank
bottle.
you.
I love the new gift boxes, everything.
Yeah.
We'll get into it.
What are we making today?
Today we are going to do something really simple. I don't know how y'all like y'all vodka, so I'm going to just do like a little lemon drop.
I'll do whatever you make.
Yeah, but we doing shots first, yeah?
Hell yeah, we're doing
Yeah, we doing
shots.
shots first.
Get it. Get it.
You
Just
know what
a-
they say, shot a day keeps the doctor away.
I have heard that.
Depends on what you're shooting.
Right?
So everything ain't good for you. So I wanted to start off the episode with what pursued y'all to start a vodka and not like because everybody's doing a tequila. What pursued y'all to do a vodka?
So it's kind of a long story, but I'm going to give you the Reader's Digest version of it.
Okay.
As they say. We've talked about this, but I used to be in the music industry a long time ago. And
We're gonna hit on that a little bit.
Yeah. So then I just kind of retired from all that. And I was kind of wondering what to do. And me and Nick, we've been family since birth, basically. Our families go back about, I don't know, to the 1800s or so. Like great-grandpa was...
I'm sure we're gonna skip over that. How would you skip over 1800s? If you
Right.
would say like
We go back a lot.
80s or 70s or
We,
60s, 1800s.
We go really
Yeah.
way back.
Way back.
It's for us. It's family values. For us, it's connection with one another. It's trust. It all boils down to fundamentals of value in everything, in friendship, in business, in brotherhood, in every aspect of it. This is something that we have a saying that we always say with me and Mike and him and I. We always say, till the day the casket drops.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It doesn't matter, it's like 2 a.m. Hey bro, can you real quick come by the house with a shovel? Oh yeah. It's one of those. You don't need to know why you need a shovel, but if you need it,
don't
I'm
ask no
there.
questions.
It's intertwined family where if I need to have this shot, I'm going to make sure my brother has it too.
That's dope.
Right. So getting back to the story of how this all came about. So then I had an aunt who lived in Greece. I just bought a one-way ticket and just left. I was chilling in Greece. I went there in the summer, and at this point it's like winter-ish, sometime around like November or so. And me and him would like periodically talk, like every couple of days. We'd just bullshit, I'd call him, he'd call me, like, yo, what's going on, And we're thinking about doing something together because we've always been family, but we had never done any venture, any business or anything. Like we just used to hang out. That's
Right.
it. you know, like
Go to the mall, go just
No, not even.
video
Just,
games.
usually consistent with barbecue
grill,
and vodka.
vodka, whatever.
Oh, okay.
It's usually
that-
consistent of barbecue and vodka.
I mean, we're lifelong, you know, friends. That's where we've
Gotcha.
been. But
Yeah.
you know, we had never done anything. Let's just say of value like that.
Right.
Any kind of venture together. So we were talking about doing something, and we had probably a million ideas. And then I'm in Greece, he's in Vegas. I used to live in LA at the time. And he just said something along the lines of, "Yo, we should just we should start like some vodka thing." And this is like when vodka was kind of blowing up.
Everybody was
This is
doing vodka.
this was
exactly
10 years ago.
Right, this is when
Okay.
the booms
It's like
of
the
the other
great
brands.
Yeah,
era,
yeah.
the
When all that,
television,
all,
you know,
all the
like,
mainstream
basically,
vodka.
it's kind of like when all the celebrities have a
We're
tequila
trying
now.
to, yeah, they were doing the vodka.
Back then, everyone had a vodka.
Right.
Probably the same celebrities too. So like, yeah, let's do this vodka thing, you know. And we had no clue. We had
None whatsoever.
zero idea of like what it takes to even do this.
Right.
But you know, we said, all right, cool. And we both speak Russian. We grew up in the USSR, so we have a very close family friend who's been in the spirits industry for quite a bit.
I would say a little over
So-
20, 25 years.
I was flying to Armenia like the week after this conversation took place. I was like, yo, I'm gonna see our boy.
Right.
I'm gonna like ask him, what's it gonna take?
And we had this kind of idea where we were just going to take like this raw spirit in barrels and ship it over to U.S. and then we were going to bottle it.
Do
and
it the simple way.
whatever, you
Just
know.
like a mom and pop. Like,
Some
you
kind of
know,
white
how
label
can we get
bullshit.
somebody- like, just send us
That
some
was
shit.
just you know.
We're gonna
we were
bottle
like-
it in the kitchen.
Yeah, we're gonna do something. We you know, we love vodka,
Right.
but we just don't know what goes into it.
Yeah,
But
what goes into
we have
making
to
it,
try,
actually,
right?
yeah.
And so he's funniest thing. He's like at the beach, and I'm on the toilet, and we're having a conversation. real thing. This is you're gonna hear this one time here.
Yeah.
This is where Dore originated, started, and where the journey just
Or the idea of
the idea of it just
Right.
So the beach and the
boiling
toilet.
thing. Yeah, it was on the beach in Greece. You know, we have like major time zone differences.
I was just about to ask you, like, what is
10
the time?
hours.
10
10
hours.
hours. 10 hours.
Oh, so you was in the middle of your day.
Yeah.
And you was in the end of your,
Yeah,
in the
so
middle of the
I'm
end
like,
of your
yeah,
I'm
day.
not sure what time. I think it was like 2 o'clock ish.
Something like that. So like we're having this conversation.
like
while
midnight
it's just
here.
like, yeah, you know, Aunt's doing great, you know, because we're asking how she
Right,
doing,
right,
whatnot.
right.
He's like, yeah, you know, just something by the beach, just having a beer, just chilling, this and that. And we're tossing this, and literally I'm having this conversation when I'm sitting on the job. Right? And we're just like going back and forth. And at first, realistically, we're like, you know, why don't we just flip properties, right? So, you know, and we were talking about that. I was like, nah. I was like, yo, Mike, actually, you know what I was thinking? What if like we get this niche and, you know, Vegas, you know, this, that. Why don't we just import like these spirits in? We'll like label it, package it. You know, you know where I'm going
We had
with
no
this.
idea what goes into
No
it.
fucking clue. None whatsoever. So we have this conversation, and it's like a seed was planted.
Right.
And it just so happened he's like literally flying out next week back home, our birthplace, Armenia. Now, granted, both of us have left Armenia. I was about 12, so you were like what?
Like 13.
13. So U.S. is home for us. Armenia has been a birthplace for
Right,
us,
right.
So he's granted we speak the language and etc. But
So
he's
is that language? What is the language called?
Armenian?
Armenian.
Armenian.
Yeah.
One of my well, he's from Algeria.
Yeah, no, it's
Different.
completely different.
Okay.
That's Arabic.
People always
Yeah.
ask us
They
this
say
one
Baba or
question,
something like that.
not
Huh?
to
They say
sidetrack,
Baba or
but
some quick.
well,
language.
I'll answer that right now. Everybody always asks us, well, what's it close to, right? Is it like, you know,
Nothing.
nothing.
It's its own thing.
It's its own
like
thing.
literally, it's its own thing.
Okay.
It is an
That's
old
what a
culture.
language should be.
You know,
Its own thing.
it is a very old culture. It's a very old. I mean, realistically, Armenia has cities that date back 2,000 years. It's got churches that, you know, and relatively speaking, Armenia is also one of the nations that took Christianity as a
The first
first.
to nationally accept Christianity as
As a
national
religion.
religion,
Nice.
like as law.
As law.
Like
yeah.
we're the first Christians.
Biblically speaking, and this is biblically.
I'm not going crazy
yeah.
right now because I would.
Let's not get into the Bible.
a lot of
though.
corrections to get
You know,
into.
it goes
Yeah.
as far back as like Noah's Ark landed.
Right,
and
right, right.
I'm on
Arad,
Arad,
which
and
is like
you can
et
see that
cetera,
from my
et
house
cetera,
over there and
yeah,
all that.
you know. So
Anyway, let's get back to the story.
he's flying back there to meet our boy.
So I'm there. I call my boy, our boy. I'm like, yo, can we meet up? I'm coming there. He's like, yeah, bro, what's up? And I'm like, well, me and Nick got this idea. He's like, yeah, whatever, we'll meet up, we'll talk.
Right.
So we go to lunch. He's sitting, I'm sitting. He's a super busy dude. I go like, okay, so me and Nick got this idea, right? We want to get barrels of distillate from Russia, import it to the U.S., bottle it, package it, and he was like, you guys are fucking retards.
He stated just like that.
Just like that. He goes,
No, well, not in so many words, but basically let it be known
That you didn't know what you was
that
talking
you guys
about.
are retards. You have no clue what you're doing. He's like, no, actually, I think what you should do is
At least he gave you a game after calling you
right.
a retard.
He said, I'll help you out with it.
Yeah.
Basically. And then cut through. I'm not gonna get through all the bullshit that happened in
No,
the
yeah.
those periods. I'm gonna get to about 3 years ago, just after COVID.
It was before COVID. Right before COVID.
Well, after COVID is when we went.
Right. Yeah.
So after COVID is when really Dore was conceived. Because we had a few other little things we were working on prior to that. Huh?
No, I'm just like,
Yeah.
yeah, add a few shots.
Let's do a shot. Why not?
Yeah.
Well,
So,
Nah,
when we
you-
do tequila shots, right, they always have a cheers. So, do y'all have a Russian cheers that we can do?
a Russian?
Yeah.
Well, this is not Russian. This is
It's
French.
French.
It's French.
It's
Yeah,
French fry.
Dore is French.
You know my name's
Somebody
Champagne.
from,
Champagne.
That's why I said we're
Yeah,
doing
yeah.
it in Russia initially, but then I'm not. It's not even interesting as to why. But we ended up going to France and doing this in France, and thank God we did because we ended up creating a product that is so unique
It's actually
to its own thing.
I
It's-
wouldn't. Yeah.
And then we ended up actually creating what everybody calls a new segment in the vodka industry. The reason this is such a nice shooter and a nice sipper because it truly is the world's best tasting vodka, and I don't just say it. It's world's first sipping vodka because you have the flavor, you have the body, and everything plays with it. And one thing about Dore, and this was purely happened by accident as we were doing things. When you drink Dore and you sip on Dore, if you're going through the night, your mouth keeps on yearning for it. It just asks for it. It just invites it. And then it was just one of those things that just happened that way.
That's
you
why.
know?
That's why.
Well, quit talking about it. Let's do a shot.
Let's do a shot.
Right.
I'll take this one.
Guys, it is an absolute honor and a pleasure to be here
Yeah.
with you lovely folks.
This is what we do. All right. You ready for this?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm not above you or below you. I'm right with you.
I love it.
I love it.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
That's pretty much the only vodka I can do that with.
Yeah.
Man, every time I try this vodka, I say
Room
the same
temperature
thing.
too.
Yeah.
Yes, and it.
That's the way it's supposed to.
Going back to the story of how I created y'all. So you went to see your boy. He told you you were.
Right, but this is in 2013.
And then y'all went back to-
Yeah.
2013. This
Okay.
is like winter, December-ish of 2013. So cut to now, 10 years later, literally. It took a decade to bring this, to actually end up what we ended up
One
with
decade.
this and bring it to market.
Why is it so unique? Because that's
What it's made
like,
from, the technology it's made with,
That's what we want to get into.
the
So
love of
it's-
it.
Real briefly, what we did, we went and bought. Okay, so we went to your liquor store and we bought every best tasting claim vodka in the market.
The ones who have the
Let's just
medals.
say, yes. So we bought everything from a $40 bottle to $150.
So y'all got fucked up.
Oh, yeah. And we call it research. Let's just leave it at that.
You know, put me on the marketing team. Call me.
Yeah.
So we sat there and most people say how and what, and we literally sat down at Mike's house, we were at Mike's house, and we
It's about the mansion on the hill.
laid, huh?
The mansion on the hill.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that one.
Right there. So we were sitting and we had all these vodkas there, right? And we literally did pros and cons.
What we like about
What
this,
we like and what we
about this,
don't like.
everything.
You guys have like a scale to go about,
Yes.
like as far as taste. As far
Yeah,
as-
nose.
It was tone, nose, palate, body, flavor,
Aftertaste.
afterburn,
Because y'all
etc.
have
Bite,
everything
burn.
across the board with this vodka.
Thank you.
I swear by it.
Well, I'll tell you what makes this different. There's a few factors that will make this vodka different from everything else. A, the way it's distilled.
Okay.
B, what is distilled from.
And the contents in there.
So let's get it. Let's get into
So can y'all reveal that, or is it
Okay,
like
so the way it's distilled, it's really distilled using the technology they use to distill cognac. Traditionally, vodka is done in like big
I say that
stainless
all the
steel towers,
Yeah.
columns. This is done in stills,
Okay.
Copper stills.
done in copper stills. So that in and of itself makes it different.
Okay. And that makes a difference in the taste, or it makes a difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gives a different flavor. Right at the same time, it's pretty much the raw materials used for it, right? So everything is picked best of the best as far as the products.
So we're not playing with no.
No.
This is something that.
This is where if it ain't good enough, it ain't good right. Yeah. If it ain't good enough, it's not good right. Love it. And the concept behind it was after we did all the tastings, we just what the market had to offer. We're like, okay, this is good, this is bad, and we just narrowed everything down where we're like, well, what if a product had all of the good and none of the bad
Per our perception.
perception, right?
I mean,
And
the way we saw things.
and we were like, well,
based off of your case study.
Yeah.
and you know what? Like I don't know. We've been drinking vodka for the last 30 years.
Okay. This is So you would know what's
You
good
would-
and
yeah,
what's
right?
bad for sure.
And then when we reached out to our boy, and when we say boy, let's just put a name to the thing too. His name is Serge.
So we shot
He's-
to Serge.
Big shout out to him. Our big brother.
Yeah.
Love you.
And this couldn't happen
Without him.
Shout out to Serge.
Is this the one that y'all originally spoke to?
Yeah, the one
yes.
that's all
The one
the
that's
time.
all the
So he's
Like I said, he didn't use those exact
Yeah.
words, but
Real quick.
that's basically what I got out of it.
and real quick in the
He said, slow
in
down,
the,
soldier.
in the
Let's do it
shout
the right
out,
way.
he's actually the CEO of Spirit France. And Spirit France produces world's 51% of Calvados, which is an apple cider
Armagnac.
brandy and Armagnac cognac. They have distilleries in Armagnac, in Bordeaux, and in
So
Normandy.
they don't know.
I gotta
No,
try some.
no,
of
this
that.
is-
Your boy was the plug.
Yeah, he
Well,
was.
he,
Right.
I mean,
He is the plug.
Yeah.
he helped us with this.
Without him, Dore could not be a reality because what we pitched, what we wanted, any other person would have been like, you out of your goddamn mind. But see, the R&D portion of it, because we got on the phone with him, we said, we want to do something with oats and malt and barley. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, want to make vodka out of it. He's like, that sounds crazy, but he goes, you know what? I love R&D and that there's something there. Let's work on it. About a month goes by. Now, keep in mind, we're also blessed because, and I want to give a shout out to every one of those individuals. They know, who they are, and we are humbled and we are grateful to their skill,
Respect.
expertise. These are not distillers. They're actually called cellar masters because they don't
It's
make
like a
Like
what do you call it?
wine?
LBI.
Right, but this is cognac and
This is where
And
a
Calvados
CEO
and all
of the
that.
company does not have the key to the cellars. He
yeah, so
It's
cannot.
not his job. It's
Yeah.
the, it's
He
the
can-
The
masters.
cellar
he
master.
can't go.
Yes.
Nobody can go
Nobody
there without
can
the
go
cellar
in.
master.
Yes.
And the way you
And how-
become a
that's how it
cellar
should be.
master,
It's like going into
you're
the
going to be
kitchen.
a young apprentice for
For a
a
master
cellar
chef.
master.
Stay out of
And
there.
as that cellar master retires, he will hand the keys to you, giving you all the knowledge throughout the years that he's given to you,
That's
right?
crazy. So y'all got that. It's the
Yeah,
spirit on
these
top
dudes
of the
like
spirit.
you go into these
It's the spirit on top of the
huge
spirit.
cellars.
I mean, mind-blowing, right? We're
They
talking
just
about
blend stuff in there.
50-foot barrels, 300-400 years old. Like they put them apart, put it together. So when we addressed this to them, they were like, "You goddamn out of your mind." Right? A month later, we get a phone call. When are you going to be on the plane? We're like, what? He's like, listen, there's something here. When I pitched this to the cellar masters, they were like, yeah, no, you know what? Give us some time. So we get the call, what, about a month and a half?
month and a half.
He's like, why are you on the plane to
Like,
to
you
fly
don't
out
need
to
to come
Normandy?
down
You
here
need to.
'cause we got something.
We got something. He goes, this is something that just blew our socks off. I think this is a new segment. Just get down here. We got a bunch of formulas put together, bunch of craft. Let's work this through.
So y'all just some groundbreaking.
So we get there working like very closely with this world-renowned cellar masters, and we're
It's
like,
like a sommelier.
yeah. I mean, these are
No,
creators,
beyond that.
man, beyond that.
Beyond
a
that.
sommelier.
Yeah,
Beyond.
yeah.
These are
Sommeliers
creators.
They'll taste something and they'll tell you what it is. These guys actually create
what it is.
what it is.
What it is. So we get
I was
there.
thinking small. I'm thinking
Oh, no,
big.
no,
I gotta
no.
think big.
Yeah.
I gotta think big.
So
they're
we go
good
through
people.
these layers of things. We're there. There's this, like, what, about 8, 9?
Yeah.
Okay, 8, 9 samples, and we're tasting them, and we're like, I kind of like that, but I do like the tones of that. I love the body of that. Okay, I'll see you in a couple of days, right? So a couple of days later, we got only 2 now. He's like, there's A and there's B. Okay. And then we do this. Now, granted, we're just working, hand to hand with these individuals, and we're just every moment of it. And I would say I speak for Mike and I when I say this. It is truly an honor and a privilege to be in the presence
And at
of
times
these individuals.
overwhelming.
And way overwhelming.
And at
because
times intimidating.
It's overwhelming hearing this story. because
these are
it's passionate
people
out here.
because most of the time you don't hear about, but these are the people that put the world's best spirits on our shelves. These are the people that
They take this thing seriously.
Yeah,
you know? I
this
mean,
is-
like, it's,
for me and Mike, spirits is not a drink.
Right.
It's a way of life.
Yes.
We look at it
It's
as art.
That's why
Craft
when you
cocktail
talking,
is an art.
the way you talking right now, you're not speaking to someone who drinks these things. You're speaking about a lifestyle.
yeah,
It
someone
is.
who enjoys it.
It's,
actually.
it's a passion. So while we get to these and we're working close hand to hand, so we finish up with Dore today that we're actually just took a shot of it. And everybody, and when I say everybody, these are individuals at the highest level of the spirit game. And they just went, this is something that I will truly say it's a new segment. It's nothing that we've made before nor taste before, and this is just an amazing product. When a cellar master tells you that, when a CEO of a company that does multiple brands for over 2 decades says this is something special, you kind of like, I think we make something special.
I think we're all right, but
we were good, right? So
I guess the trick is not to get your ego too overblown.
My
you know,
ego
because-
about to go big because I'm like, y'all ain't got this.
right?
right, but
Y'all ain't
then,
got, I always say, y'all ain't even gonna get this. This is exclusive. I always pump it up.
And
I
that's
pump it
why
up.
just sitting
you
here.
gotta keep your ego in check. You gotta
We-
learn how to
we
do
got-
that. I mean, I'm just speaking for me. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, yours. I'm.
yeah, no, you're all good.
Yeah.
You do you. You do you.
It's
No,
exclusive right now.
This is individuals that, like I say, we would not even be having this conversation if it
Yeah.
wasn't for individuals like Serge, if it wasn't individuals of his amazing cellar masters, for the support and
That's
the
crazy.
trust and taking our wants and turning it into a reality.
Yeah.
This is something that
dope.
we're just blessed. This is a blessing where we are humbled beyond words. And every waking hour that I say, it takes a village, and I think I speak for both of us. This journey would be no journey if it's not for these people.
I think that
it
that's-
is beyond words.
yeah.
That's dope. When I first got the bottle from John, and I was like, well, first of all, do you run Instagram?
Yeah, but I think Rafi might have been the one that told you about it.
No. He didn't. Nobody told me.
Oh,
anything.
John did.
Nobody told me.
Nobody told you. Okay.
So, the Instagram, you follow Open Bar Podcast on the Instagram,
Okay.
and I paid attention to everybody who's following the Instagram, and I was like, what is this Dore Vodka? And I did a little research, looking, a little broom. I'm like, okay, vodka, okay, cool, whatever.
The V word.
Didn't even think about it. So once I because I'm always doing something with Rafi. I'm going to the events. I'm doing everything with him. Because when they started on rebooting, I was pretty much reaching out to him, and he believed in what I had going on. So whatever he has going on, I'm 200, 300% into whatever he's doing. So
That's cool.
I went into an event, and after noticing that you guys would follow us on Instagram, and I was like, Rafi, who is this Dore Vodka? Like, follow me on Instagram. I didn't know. I didn't understand it. And he was like, oh, that's John. That's his friend. You know, he introduced me to John as the owner, because I'm sure he didn't.
Right.
So he was like, yeah, John. And John was like, oh, no, I'm really not the owner. That's like my best friend. He's the owner. I'll get you in contact with him. He pulled the plug.
Right. That's who hit me up about it, actually.
He pulled the plug on me. He was like, hey, I got the plug. You wanted, I got it for you. Like, he did that to me. Which is, shout out to John.
Shout out to John, man.
Shout out to John.
John's on
I
board.
personally love John. John is the dopest person that I met last year. Like,
He's
an
dope.
amazing
He's a
individual.
sweetheart. He's
One of the
he's a
different
most solid
soul.
dudes you could ever
Oh,
meet.
Yes, and I love it. I love meeting good people. Champ is a dope person. My whole team is dope. Coffee dope. So when I meet people,
What
and
are
I-
we making
and-
there?
I'm gonna do a lemon drop. I'm muddling lemons for y'all.
All right, let's do it.
Muddling.
I'm down with that. Okay, I'm following.
Let's do it.
So I met John. John was like, yeah, no, whatever. I do speakers. Me being an engineer, producer, rapper, used to be a rapper, and then an exec, engineering and managing an artist. I was like, oh, so we got into the speaker thing. But besides that, we got into the vodka. He was like, yeah, I know this guy who, and that's when I got in contact with you.
Right,
and
because
told
he
me
put
about
us in contact.
Yes.
together.
So in my head, I'm like, vodka.
Until you tried it.
Vodka.
You're
know,
not the
vodka.
only one, believe it or not. John was the same way.
Everybody does that, though.
Because I was like, try it. And he was like, bro, I don't
Everybody's-
drink. I'm like, just try it, bro.
Do you know that with this product, y'all can take over a lot of different
Demographics. Yeah.
across the board?
Sure. I mean, look. I'm gonna speak purely from a business
Perspective.
As you should. It's a business.
because we do talk about business here, right? Open Bar Podcast.
This is a mixer for businesses and entrepreneurs and
Yeah,
all that such and such. Not just
We know, like, we all know the product's good, but
Right.
that's maybe the 30% of the battle.
right.
And we got a really big battle coming up with getting it to market, with getting it to people's hands, and then you just gotta grow it from that point on. And I've seen way too many good products fail
Okay.
because of X reasons. So as good as a product is, I mean, you got to get it to. Obviously, you got to have a good product.
Right.
But then
Right.
from a business perspective, the hard work really starts now.
Right.
It's
That's kind of how I look at it.
it comes to the point where, for Mike and I, this is a journey, and it's a journey that we just look for the next, and for the next, and for the next. It's just like a big mountain that we climb, right? And just in any business world, what we've seen is we take everything outside the box. Because sometimes what helps something is the unique creation, unique thinking, unique marketing, etc., etc. Now, you know what? A lot of times when you're limited on resources, you tend to create and come up with ideas that surpasses with unlimited resource. Just because you're so restricted,
You end up doing cool shit that way.
you end up doing bullshit. And that's what we've been doing. we've bootstrapped this entire project between both of us, and we've just pretty much looked at a dollar and said, how can we make this dollar be work of a Benjamin? And that's where the creativity comes in. That's where truly the passion comes in. That's truly where the dedication and commitment comes in.
It sounds like
Doing
it's been-
this for 10 years, I know a lot of people that would have said, okay, it's taking too long, or this is whatever. They would have quit. All I'm saying is if you believe in something and you believe in your friendship and your partnership in a product or in a dream, in a journey,
Keep going.
you just keep going. You know what? We've had people where we came and talked about this, they're like, uh-huh, sure, okay. Those same people right now are like, oh, damn, I just had, et cetera, et cetera. We just never gave up. First and foremost, we never stopped believing in ourselves.
Right.
And that's something that I always say, that a dream is only as good as the hard work that you're prepared to put on it. It doesn't come easy.
Right.
It's not about anything other than an amazing journey that I'm speaking for my behalf. For me, it's a journey that I am privileged to be on with my best friend. It's to share a journey and to overcome things with somebody I grew up
And then
with.
whatever happens, happens.
And whatever comes, comes. But it's like anything. If it's just like a horse and carriage, right?
Right.
If your journey succeeds, the carriage is coming with it.
Right.
That's not of an importance. It's just a beautiful fact of, truly being privileged to be on a life journey of like that and have literally your childhood best friend
That's how
be the person with you. You know what I mean?
All of the ball game.
So
especially to believe in the same thing.
100%.
Yeah, to have the same values. I mean, because it all
It all
comes
comes
down
down
to
to
that,
values. It's all about
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I appreciate it for one because when I heard vodka, and everybody would speak for the same thing. Vodka is like, oh my god, that's like the drink you just say don't do. But when I actually sat down and enjoyed it when we was on the phone,
Right.
I was like,
What is this? Right?
and then you start talking about it, I was just like, oh my god, it's different. And I'm honestly blown away by this because I stopped drinking vodka a long time ago.
I know, you told me that.
Yes. And tequila usually is my go-to, but this I'm mixing in my regimen. When I drink, I drink.
Well, we
mix it-
appreciate.
We drink
We appreciate
responsibly, though. We
Thank
drink
you.
responsibly.
We appreciate
But
it.
I literally, I swear by it.
Thank you.
Everybody that come here,
You got to try this, right?
I'm so stuck up about it. I stick my chest out like, you gotta try it.
Sorry, I'll tell you something funny about this. I have the pure distillate that comes out of the still.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I have like about. I have about,
before
anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
before anything,
Like straight out of the still, I have some at home, right?
just like here you
and
go.
I have about like whatever's in this bottle right there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have about that much at home.
You gotta
my wife-
ship me a shot.
for sure.
My wife, actually, I do have a shot. I will give you a shot of this. I have a shot in my car.
Oh shit, I spoke too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not gonna let you
Why
down.
is it always exclusive on Open Bar Podcast? Come on
So
now.
the reason I have a shot is because I promised John I'm gonna bring him some too. So I have it. I literally have like a little flask
You can't
that's
take
probably got like 2 shots in
We're
it.
gonna split it between you. You're gonna get one
And
shot.
one of them's
between you.
yours, the other one John
I
can take
appreciate
it.
that.
But what I'm
Shout out
getting
to
at is,
John, man.
so my wife, she's not a vodka drinker whatsoever. She at best drinks wine,
Okay.
you know. She's not a hard liquor drinker whatsoever.
At all.
This isn't even vodka. This is like way higher proof.
Oh, okay. Come on.
Yeah.
So we're talking about. This is what comes out of the. This is the raw
before-
distillate.
I was about to
This
say,
is-
this is like before the flavors.
Oh
No.
What
We-
proof is it? Before it's
It's 70
actually.
proof.
It's 70 proof. Right out
So-
of the
No. 140 proof.
proof.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was about to say it's like way higher
Yeah,
before you like
70%.
So it's
bring
not-
it
Before it
down.
gets reduced.
It's not rectified. It's
It's
not
nothing.
filtered.
Straight out of the
It's
still.
not. The water mixture hasn't been done. Nothing. This is your raw distillate. This is what just comes out of it.
So I have a
the
bottle of
stills.
this.
Okay.
My wife, who's not a vodka drinker whatsoever, like I said, her best is wine, and then anytime I like try to give her anything like harder, she's like, it tastes like gasoline.
Yeah, it's like,
Whatever, you know.
doesn't
That's
matter
usually-
what
that's
it is.
usually the go-to.
You give her
Yeah.
tequila, bourbon, whiskey, scotch. It's like she
Tastes like
does this.
gasoline.
It smells like fuel. You know.
So this
That's what
stuff
everybody
she
doing right
drinks. She's like, this is the best thing I've ever had.
So y'all just created some shit because I'm not. I hate to keep saying it, and I appreciate the brand even dealing with us. Like it's crazy, like for how far we came, but to have this brand and to know what vodka tastes like, and to understand that that's not what vodka tastes like.
I usually tell people
crazy.
that whenever I come in contact with traditional mainstream shelf vodka,
Sure.
right? I can, if you're 2 blocks away and you take the top off, I can smell it. I'm like, somebody was the vodka.
Right.
I sound like I'm in a hangover right now. Ooh, just smell it give me a hangover. It's too strong. This,
It's softer. It's got body. It's well, like I said, the reason it does is because it has that whole oat component, the oat mash
It's a complete
component,
oat mash.
and then when you distill that with the natural neutral spirit, it actually
gives
ends
it
up
what it's
being
supposed
this.
It's actually oats, malt, wheat, barley. It's an entire mixture of rye, all of these.
There's
right?
no additive.
There's
none
no
of that.
additives.
That's
There's
great.
no glycerin, meaning there's no added sugars.
There's no sugar to cut
Now-
the harshness of it
The
or
liquor.
anything like that. There's no flavors, even though you might think there's a flavor to it.
But these are all natural
It's all body.
flavors.
It's all just
body.
the flavor of the oat. But it's not distilled to like 96.5.
That's what vodkas are distilled at.
Where it's
So how long does it take for this to the process for this?
Okay. So the mash, once it's ready,
Mm-hmm.
and when we say mash now, it's the oat mash with
it's an oat and barley mash.
oat and barley.
So we get
So
the
basically like a grinding of the
no,
material?
it's fermented.
It's fermented.
Fermented.
So it comes in like a big tank.
Gotcha.
We get that, then we get the neutral.
You say
spirit.
mash, I'm like grind.
Yeah.
No, it's an actual like a mash boiled and fermented
Gotcha.
in that
Then
process.
we
of
get
it.
the neutral spirit. We mix those two together, and then it goes in a still. Then it gets distilled. Now, I'm sure you guys, and this is most of the population, have heard the 30 times distilled, 20 times.
It doesn't exist.
That's bullshit. You can't distill something more than twice.
You'll be left with nothing.
Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard
So-
all of that Costco.
Yeah, the
It
10
doesn't
time,
exist.
4
Yeah.
time, best
Knock it
you
off.
can distill any spirit. That could be anything from tequilas to whatever.
My cousin tried to like fight me
Right
about
here.
that one time.
Right here.
He was talking about
Everything
the
else is
Kirkland's,
just filtration
the
rectification.
Kirkland's
Yeah.
shit. And he was like, oh, it's 5
okay,
or 6 times
So
distilled.
it's what it is. Just for the public out there, it's a single column with 5-chambered filtration. You're not distilling completely. So a lot of the 5-time, 10-time distills you bought has been distilled 1 time, filtered 10 times.
Oh, he breaking some rules now. Yeah.
What you got here, it's
Yeah.
a pure 2-time
Double distillation.
double distillation,
Okay.
purely, not chambered, filter, purely distilled.
Okay.
Now, once we get the mash in, we only have 3 days to start the distilling process. If not,
Otherwise, it'll go bad.
the mash will go bad. We have literally a 3-day window to run the entire distillation when the oats come in. Now, one thing that's
This is a real
also
premium.
that has not been done, a combination what we have here, you gotta just get it right. If the oat is too much, it's not right. If it's too little, it's not right. If the barley's too much, it's not right. Now see, these things that I'm mentioning, we haven't created a vodka. We have created a new segment that falls on
It
the
is a
vodka.
vodka. It's a vodka with oat mash,
with the oat
basically, is
mash.
what it is.
So it's almost something that when a Scotch drinker drinks it, he's like, bro, it's just like one of the best smooth scotches that I had. A bourbon drinker, a tequila drinker, because it carries so many flavors. What we haven't done is eliminate the flavors,
The body of it.
the body of it. And that's where the trick of the distillation came in, where we're not distilled like standard vodkas at a certain level. We keep it where we just rightly keep all the palate flavors that it's almost like a celebration in your mouth. That's what we wanted to achieve.
It's crazy because I would only drink it straight.
That's
Yeah,
the only
that's
way
the
that
only
I
way.
I don't drink everything straight.
Well,
Like,
speaking of drinking, let's have a drink.
Yeah, I mean, champagne here got some.
Mike, like, let's
Yeah,
get it.
Come on.
You got the sitting there.
I chose to do a lemon drop because of the palatability of the vodka. Usually when people do a lemon drop, they do like the sugar rim and sugar. I did use shelf simple syrup, but I made sure to use very fresh lemon because I think from what you said earlier with the barley and the raw oat flavors, that is like the raw actual lemon is gonna be the compliment.
Right.
So let me know what you
You heard
guys
that,
think.
right?
And
We
it
did-
sounds like you kept it simple, which is
our mixologists
Yeah.
are
I had
the
to keep it
best,
simple.
so.
The way this.
Well, cheers.
To you, champagne.
Cheers
Thank
to
you.
you.
Cheers to me.
That goes down smooth.
Wow,
Real good.
real good,
Real good.
real good.
That goes down smooth. Check you out, champ.
Yeah.
You know,
Check you out,
I
champ.
was
Yeah.
like, I hope I got this right.
Oh, you did get this right.
No,
Okay.
but I literally not to keep pumping it up and but I'm gonna keep pumping it up.
Well, we appreciate
I swear,
you. Thank you.
swear by the vodka. I swear by Brandy Amante, because these are products that are really good, and I'm proud to have them on the podcast, and I'm proud to be able to say, hey, these are my sponsors. These are I'm gonna start saying my family. But just keep it like
Well,
that.
we
It's my cousin
appreciate
vodka.
Yeah.
we
Right.
appreciate
We
you
do.
actually keeping this stuff here.
Well, as long as you sit it, I'm going
And
to
doing
have
what you
it,
do
for
with
sure.
it.
First of all,
So, is this already available on shelves?
let's get
Not
to
right
that.
now. Right
well,
now,
actually,
you
when
guys
this
have
airs,
it.
it should be.
Yeah, when you guys air this, it would be. So
Y'all
you
gonna be-
you had it first here, okay?
Definitely,
This
definitely.
is
So everybody that came to
20.
Open Bar Podcast and actually had a sip of Dore Vodka.
I was
That
just
was
about to
that,
say.
y'all was the first, and we gonna stamp that right now.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
actually
definitely.
did, yeah. So by the
I
time,
appreciate
yes.
that for sure.
So that's
Thank you.
super
Publicly, yeah.
exciting. So are you guys excited to like be able to bring it to the public, or like has the excitement of the creation already like settled in a little bit?
I don't think it ever settles in. I think it's just another segment of the journey that I was talking about, and we're already looking for the next journey. And when I say next, the next phase of Dore,
right.
And it's, you know what, for me and Mike, for both of us, it's almost, this is like our baby. I mean,
Absolutely.
a decade in a working. We were resilient. We just never gave up, and we just pushed through it. You know, every time there was an obstacle in front of us, we just decided, okay, cool, let's figure out how
And
we
I'm
can
sure there will
overcome
be a
this.
million more obstacles.
And that's what we're looking forward to.
It's
It
all
is-
about like
it is all
getting
about the
through
journey,
those.
you know. And yeah, this is something that is so near and dear to us, and just having the opportunity firsthand, having an amazing individuals like you just sit here and enjoy and talk about it.
Not just
That itself,
drinking it.
yeah,
like
that
everybody
itself,
else.
we're honored by it. Thank you, and that's something that means a great deal to us.
I'm gonna tell you
we
a
value
story
it.
why I I took upon myself to actually enjoy drinking certain things instead of like abusing it.
Sure.
When you look at when I was younger, I didn't start drinking until I was 21. I didn't do none.
Okay.
I didn't do none of the younger drinking
right.
and stuff. So I got into my first alcohol beverage was Hennessy.
Okay.
Hennessy was the go-to, everybody. And the only reason why I liked it is because my mother told me, hey, take this BC powder, and she taught me how to make sure that I don't have a hangover.
Right.
So without understanding, I understood how to not get a hangover. As the time
So you
went
didn't
by,
exactly learn how to drink. You
yeah,
learned how to avoid
I learned how to
being
avoid
drunk.
being drunk. Yeah. As time went by, I learned different types of alcohol, tequilas and stuff like that, because I thought Hennessy was the only one, because I didn't really drink.
Right.
So I got into Hennessy, then I started looking into tequila, 1800 tequila.
Right.
And then I was drinking whatever was available. Then as the time went by, I was paying attention to what other people's health and what was going on. And I was like, I can't just be drinking and mixing, because I whatever is there, I drink it. I started paying attention to what was going on. I literally have a bottle of Grey Goose, the the Magnum.
The 175.
I was,
175.
I was in my studio mixing a song, and I have it sitting on my lap. I have a picture. It's on my Facebook. But then that goes to show, like, when you don't understand certain stuff, you just do it because it's popular, and I don't like doing that. So when I got into tequilas, it was because of the taste. Then I got into certain cognacs is because of the quality. Like 1738 was a whole nother level of cognac because of how they did it and how long they distilled, whatever the case may be.
Right. Sure.
So I really understand what I be putting into my body. So when I had the Grand Diamante, off top, best tequila I taste. And then I had the Dore, I was like, this is not typical at all.
Right.
This is not nothing that's typical. And after we talked, I literally was like, I need to figure out what's wrong with this because this should not taste like this. It shouldn't taste like this, for real. So I was like, I need to try this out. So I literally went through a bottle and was like, what the, like, what's going on? Like,
Why
this
is it like this?
This is something different. Like, I was like, this is I literally call it tequila.
They're messing with me, right?
That was after we talked.
He
After we
tell,
talked, yes.
Because
He tell
I remember
everybody.
we talked and you hadn't had it yet.
I had just started.
Right.
When we was on the phone, I was tasting it. Well, before you called, I had tasted it.
Right.
So after that, I was like,
And I was like saying it's like this and it's like that and
I
this
had
is
to
how we
figure
do
out
it.
why.
And you were
was it
like,
the
oh
way-
shit, so all the shit you're saying now.
Just kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And I literally was like, let me try this some more. And I went through a whole bottle and I was like, yeah, this is different. This is different. And then we pride ourselves on the show to where it's like we coin it. We're the first to have certain things.
Yep.
Like some of our hosts, Grammy nominated, Grammy award winning, first time podcasting and certain stuff like that. I can actually say that I had the first vodka that's going to take over the world right now because this vodka is lit.
Listen.
Thank you.
And that's not
Thank
me.
you.
That's not me pumping it up. I literally drink this. I have a bottle at my house.
No, I
So
get it.
when
I get it.
When people come over here and sometimes we don't be shooting. Sometimes we just be in here chilling, whatever, shooting and shit. And he always tells me like, oh, what you drink? And everybody says like, oh, I drink this, I drink
Tequila
that. So what he
this.
always tell people is like,
Huh.
here, try some of this. And they look at it and they're like, oh, no, fuck, I don't want it. So like, no,
It's
no,
vodka.
try it. So if he sells them on one shot of this, we immediately got to put the bottle away. Because now they
There
want
we
to
go.
clear the whole bottle.
Yeah, right.
Now they like,
There we go.
what's that other one you gave me earlier? What was that one? Like, let me see that one again.
It's
Like,
different. And
I'm like, I don't know if I'm supposed to be drinking vodka.
I collect.
I'm
I
with it,
have
though.
a bar at home too. This is part of the problem too, I guess. I have a bar at home. So
Why is that a
some-
problem?
It's not a problem. It's more so like
It's an art collection.
Yes.
See,
So I
vodkas
pick,
and spirits, they're fine art. Just
I
like
pick and
craft,
choose
cocktail,
what's going to be good on my bar.
Of course.
So
100%.
like, I literally throw the tequila. What's that? The I don't even know it no more because
Because you already threw it away.
I don't
gone.
buy it no more. I used to buy the tequila Casa Azul.
Oh, Casa Azul.
Conso's the porcelain bottle.
Yes,
Yeah.
that bullshit. I used to buy that every week, $200. I used to always keep a bottle.
Sure.
And then I didn't understand what was going on until I understood what was going on. The marketing is just impeccable.
Sure.
The bottle, however the case may be. But when I buy certain things, I buy it to keep at my bar as a staple. Like I have like a number of Doorbell.
Oh, Maestro Nobel?
Nice to Robin.
Yeah.
I have a really rare bottle of Doorbell on my bar. And there's a number of them. It's, I think it's only $300. 300.
Oh,
Name.
cool. Okay.
The extra name.
The limited edition ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
It has a booklet and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So I have that. I have a few other tequilas. I have a few other I don't have any vodkas, but that one. But
I just like it like that.
I literally pay attention to what I'm doing when it comes to drinking and
Right, you were pretty specific about it and
Yes.
very
almost
prejudiced.
Yeah, intentional. So Dore fits right in.
Thank you.
That's cool.
That's right in.
It's
Automatically.
We appreciate
we
it.
appreciate that.
Nah,
Beyond
I
words.
stumbled
Thank you.
on. Well, we stumbled on each other because you started
Right.
following, and I stumbled on John, and John stumbled on. Hey, I can get it. I was like, okay, cool. Let's get it for the bar, and
And then we just started
we
I don't
talking.
even
stumbled.
have
And that was like
Instagram
what, like
either.
right around.
I'm not lying
I
to
was
you.
like-
Like, he okay, like,
I don't even have Instagram.
Someone-
I'll be like, Mike's like, you know who's following us? I'm like, I don't know, show me. I don't even have
Let me see.
Instagram. No, I like.
Yeah, he's
pe-
got no Instagram.
No Instagram.
He doesn't do anything.
So
No.
I'm
You just out here living regular life.
I'm honored
Well, you
to
know,
have you
once-
guys a
once
part of
you,
Open Bar Podcast.
Said that you live in
Like,
Vegas,
for
and
real,
now you said
to
like
keep
you don't
it
have to. It's like,
going. I'm going to always promote it because
you
it's
giving the most.
Well,
fun.
once we get stuff in, then we'll
Just
get.
keep it on the lowdown. Just on the lowdown. I don't need
You know
to
how
put
they
my
do.
business
You know.
out there, you know.
If you know, you know.
You know. Yeah, I don't even have Instagram. People be like, "Oh, watch." I'm like, "Yeah, show me, please," because I don't even. Hey, look, I don't even know how to use Instagram. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it real. I don't. Do I care?
Nah,
Not really.
I love it.
I
And
told him once he
y'all-
said that he
y'all
lived
just-
in Vegas, I said, "Oh yeah, you don't need
Oh,
Instagram. You living your real best life. he living the life that if you wasn't there, you missed out. It ain't gonna be on the
No,
story.
honestly, we're not
It ain't
even
gonna
like
get
that.
the-
Not even close.
I
to it.
swear to God,
Not even
unless
like
like
that.
let's.
you're gonna say that now. We're gonna get into that later, though.
I was just about to say, now, let's
No, we can't.
Cause he's the low-key rock star.
No, we're not gonna talk
But,
about it. We're not gonna talk about it. We're not gonna talk about it.
I
Or should we?
had your
Should we?
time.
Should we?
No, or
No,
whatever.
no.
Let-
Yeah.
I mean,
are you
what-
there? Do you still live inside that reality
Of?
of being a rock star?
I don't think I was ever a rock star.
Okay.
I was a dude in a band that did fairly well. Sold some records. Got a Grammy nomination. And
I guess everybody
and
getting
really,
a Grammy
really like
nomination.
it was cool. It was an amazing experience, and
We're gonna call this Open
Would you
Bar
be able to
Podcast,
compare the
Grammy
experiences
nominated
right?
hot spot.
We're Grammy nominees, go. Would you compare the experience of being in the music industry and being part of a band and having that audience in comparison to building a tequila vodka brand?
Oh,
You can
apples
say
and oranges.
almost tequila, cause goddamn.
There's similarities to
Because
it.
goddamn,
I'll
man.
tell you what the similarities are. It's they're both. You go through the creative process of it.
Absolutely.
For sure, there's that. I think that's where it stops. There's something very similar about the way the music industry used to be, not the way it is. Because, I mean, I came into the music industry when people were still selling CDs.
Okay.
You know, you couldn't like Napster. I'm not even talking
Oh,
about
that
Apple
killed the
Music.
industry.
Right.
Killed the industry.
But Napster happened on our second record.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and then we were still selling records. And on our third record, we sold records and got a Grammy nomination and so on and so forth. So the way the spirits industry is fairly similar to the way the music industry was, like, let's say in the 90s and the early 2000s,
So is it like
as far as like the way distribution is set up and, you know, and all that. And but I think that's where it stops. You know, look at it like this: you can't download a bottle of vodka.
That part. That part.
Yeah.
Not yet, exactly.
We're gonna-
You know what I say?
He always says
You-
that too.
Not yet. That's crazy. We're gonna.
Think about it. Even in today's world, you have like paid influencers, right? Like
That
social media.
didn't exist.
Exactly, that didn't exist then, but now it's kind of like downloading a bottle of vodka because if you think about it, we already have it, right? We already got the download.
It's exclusive.
Right.
Everybody else is
They waiting for the download.
They
Right.
waiting to add to cart. They
I
waiting
would,
to add to cart.
and I think Carl would agree with me. I think the music industry, I mean, it's transformed so
And I know
much,
it.
it's changed so much where artists aren't really even artists anymore. Like, I'm not even going to name any names,
Okay.
but
We can talk
there-
about that all day.
There are some prominent mega superstars that basically what they do is the way they monetize. They're a brand at this point.
It's
The way they
different.
monetize,
It's a whole-
the way they make money is they put themselves behind a brand to advertise this
It's
or
a
that or the
whole
other.
thing.
So the whole artistry part of
It's
it,
a whole thing.
the creative part of that's
What I
gone. That
don't
doesn't
want
even
to do
exist
is get
anymore.
into
Nobody gives a
that,
shit.
Right.
Because that's a whole nother beast, and I've been trying to figure that out for the longest. But we're going to continue to to do is make sure we pumping the hell out of Dore Vodka.
And
Fuck
that's where
that
I'm at now.
That the music industry is a whole other beast that
I know,
that
we could-
don't need to be. That is crazy.
We could talk about it.
We could
but,
talk
you
about
know,
that
And
all
you know, I've been
day.
fairly detached from it for the past, whatever.
Me too.
10
I hate
decades.
when people are like, "Well, I need you to manage my art." Nope.
Like, no.
Get out my face.
I'm gonna have a drink. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
So no. So this is what we're gonna do. We're definitely if y'all want to tap into Dore Vodka, you definitely can go to the website. It's Dore.
www.dorevodka.com. That's www.dorevodka.com.
And if you don't get it on DoreVodka.com, you can always go to openbarpodcast.com and go to the Contact Us page, and it's on the page. You can click on a logo, and you're gonna
Yeah.
get it. It's gonna go straight there.
Are you guys gonna be hosting any tastings and stuff? For the
Yeah,
grand opening
yeah.
stuff?
We have a lot of tastings. We have a lot of I guess
Bar and restaurant
bar and
events.
restaurant events. We're gonna have
Things
a
of that
lot
nature.
of.
Let me know. Let
All
us
of
know.
that,
For sure,
like,
for sure.
rolling
I'm
out
driving.
as you get
Oh yeah.
The Mercedes to the
Okay.
event. We're gonna
For sure,
pull
we'll
up.
let you
We're gonna
know.
do all that.
Yeah,
We're gonna
it's-
do
it's-
that.
Should be fun, I mean,
It's going to be a beautiful thing, and hopefully
It's a good ride.
It's a beautiful.
It's going to be a fun ride, It's going to be a roller coaster. I already know what it's
That's
going
how
to
we
be.
like it, though. You know.
It's a roller coaster with free falling, world-renowned vodka at this point. So
This
it's
is different.
I would want to be on that roller coaster. Like at every stop, they're like, "Here's another
I
little
stand by
taste."
it.
Sure.
Okay.
I
I
stand
got
by
you.
it.
It's fun,
Thank you.
That's
It's
cool.
we
And being
appreciate
bottled
it.
in Norway, do you guys go out Normandy?
Normandy.
Do you guys go out there all the time, or like, or
Quite a bit.
or
Quite a bit.
You don't have to oversee it so much.
No, there.
Are you guys still like very hands on?
I
We're
think
very hands-on with
yeah, and
every aspect of this.
I think we just can't be hands off. It's not something
That's a
that
good
we
thing.
can
That's
do.
a good
It's,
thing.
I think till the day that Dore exists and we exist, it's always going to be hands on. I think it's a passion that drives us, and I think it's a journey that it's continuous. And yeah, every aspect of Dore and every little intricate, even from a line to a name, it's been a creative process, like Mike talked about. We've pretty much have overseen, created. It's throughout, and it's been a journey that just privileged to have. This
I
is
love the
something
glow y'all
absolutely,
get as soon as
absolutely.
either one of y'all talk about it. Like y'all get this instant little like
Because it's
things.
unison at this point. So
when it's good, it's good.
Good is-
Let's
when
do
it's
this.
good,
though.
it's Dore.
Let's do this.
And
though.
if it ain't Dore, it probably ain't good.
If it ain't Dore, it probably ain't
I'm
good.
forcing another shot.
No, but for real, let's take this last shot and then let's end it out. We got the website.
Yeah.
We
What'd you think of it?
I actually I like the information, like the how you put the distillery on, how y'all
Oh,
do
the
it.
way it's all set up.
Is that
and-
trademarked?
What is?
The
name?
process.
I don't.
What do you mean by trademark?
Nah, we're gonna talk about that though.
Okay.
You can't really.
Anyway.
Oh, you mean
yeah,
Are you talking about the manufacturing process?
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
We'll talk about it. No, but shout out to everybody who tune in to Open Bar Podcast.
We
If y'all
don't
have a
mind, we'll
chance, go ahead
switch
and
it.
like,
Brothers.
comment, subscribe for sure. That keeps the algorithm going. Y'all gonna get the most exclusive content from us. Like it's genuine, and we dealing with the best of the best off top. So let's take this last shot, and we gonna call it a night.
Yeah.
Drink responsibly.
Cheers.
Let's get it together. Let's bring it in. Let's tighten up. I'm not above you or below you. I'm right with you.
right
Shout
there
out to
with you.
E40. Bang, bang,
Shout
night gang.
Okay.
Conversation never on the blocks.
Meet me by the bar.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Bars open.
Bars